Hey y'all, what's up? It's Jan the Leaves and welcome back to my channel and welcome to an Anthurium collection updates, walkthrough, talk through, tour, whatever. A video about all my Anthurium yet again. So today is Saturday and I gotta post a video tomorrow. And I do have videos that I needed to refilm, well, a video, specifically one on plant supplies that I really think that make it easier for me to manage my plant collection size. And I could have just refilmed that, but for some reason I feel like it. Not in this moment. And I paced through my collection. I went through, I actually downsized a little more, got rid of the joints that I didn't really want, let them go, they're gone. Watered my plants. I actually tapped back in with them. I've been tapped out, so I went away over a week ago, went to visit my friend. It was really great, love her down. But I don't think I went through and did like a full watering on my collection, full walkthrough on my collection since before I went away. So I went through today and did that while also getting myself rid of those plants that I am not interested in anymore. And I said, every time I look at an Anthurium, I'm like, wow, so maybe that's what I should record. So here we are, and we're gonna talk about each and every one of them. Because for the most part, the Anthurium are doing great things in this house. They are not all doing great things, but some of them are. I also wanted to do this video where I include all of my Anthurium in their current state, just so that I'll have something to reference and look back on when I start looking at, you know what I'm saying, when I start growing them, they start getting bigger, because the plants grow really quickly, I'm realizing. Like some of the little baby seedlings, they be moving, they be really moving. They really do, they really have been taken off. So with that said, I would love to go ahead and just get into showing y'all my plants. All right, so I'm gonna start off with my OG, the first one, the realest one, my Anthurium radicans crossed with luxurians. So this leaf is the reason that it was on one of my favorites videos, maybe for August, or I don't even remember what month that was, but she is a very good one. Now, this plant has been doing numbers. It's been doing this big one. This leaf you're seeing right here is an offset that just started coming out. I probably will not be separating this. You could buy an Anthurium radicans crossed with luxurians damn near anywhere at this point. So I would not be doing that unless my auntie wanted it. Like transparent, it would be something like that. But even then, you could get one anywhere. I am in love with this plant so much, and it's also putting out a new leaf. I know that these don't get like monstrously big, but I do see people having them and they are so bushy. A lot of the small tiny leaves that I had on the plant when I first got it have since yellowed off and died off. I am not concerned because everything else is fine and there's no yellowing of like larger leaves, as you can see. I said that, and then of course I said that. Of course I said that, because why would I say that and then there not being any yellowing? Of course there's yellowing, but it's not that deep to me currently. Currently, the plant is holding on strong. She's a beautiful one. The pot it's in, sensational. We must shout out IKEA for everything they do for us. That said, this one is looking so good. I'm really excited to see just how big this leaf turns out to be, because transparently, even it just being like pushed out, this is much bigger than what the one that this turned into was. So I feel like it's gonna expand to be just a little bit bigger than this one. Maybe not like worlds, because that's not how big these plants get, but I got a little hope. I have a little bit of hope right now that this gonna be a little something, because this is really cute. You cannot tell me this is not cute. Look at her being cute. And I just like her because she's dark. Also, she gives like easier version of the luxurians. People say the plant is easy, but I'm seeing mixed reviews, child. And my plant that is crossed with the luxurians, my Pap Lux is not, she's not a walk in the park, child. She's not a walk in the park. We gonna get to her. She need her own time. I'm not even gonna waste too much time talking about her, but she's not giving that. But this right here is giving that. Now, also something that I thought about, I would love for the plant to flower, but then I saw somebody talking about how Rad Luxes are sterile. And I said, no, shut up. That would be sucky, because like, wouldn't something cross with this be great? But that makes sense because you don't see a lot of like Rad Lux crossed with something else. in the market, and I don't understand why they wouldn't cross this easygoing compact plant with something else. I feel like that could really do numbers on the market, but I guess it's because it's sterile, child. But I also saw, I was watching the NXT Plants video, but I saw Nick say that he knows somebody that you know what I mean, that hybridized it with the Ride Lux. So I don't know. I'm not an Anthurium queen, but if anybody has a certain kind of like delusion, it's me. I really do believe if somebody else can do it, why can't I? Now, maybe not like surgery, but you know, like if somebody else, and even then, actually, yes. If I went to medical school, why wouldn't I be able to do it? If you learned it, why can't I? So that's where I'm at. So in my head, if that's true, and I'll go back, I'll put on the screen if somebody actually did hybridize it. If that's the case, then eventually I will embark on the journey. But as of right now, my brain is telling me that it's sterile because that's what I saw, that's what I was reading. I don't know why I didn't get into that part, but this plant is fantastic and it's just so easygoing. I've gotten these 3 leaves now in my care, plus this one coming out. And root wise, I've never repotted it, and it probably is getting to the point, but I'm letting her rock out in this situation for now. All right, so what was the next Anthurium that I ended up getting? Yo, I always forget the little Pallidiflorum. Let me go get her. I'm always leaving her out when I'm getting ready to do the Anthurium videos, and that is so disrespectful because truth be told, she actually was my first one. I got her before I got the Rad Lux. Let me go ahead and get my baby. All right, boys and girls, this is my Anthurium. This is my Anthurium Pallidiflorum. Now, I don't have, it's not much to say, not much to see, not much to do, nothing much. This is the newest leaf that I got. Let me see, compared to the one before, how much bigger. Okay, they look like the same size. I'm actually, yeah. So this was the leaf before, and then this is the one that came after. I wanted to wait until this leaf hardened off before I put it into this bigger pot. I have since potted it up, or up-potted it. Yes, up-potted. I put it in a bigger pot. The plant is now potted with like a little layer of like at the bottom, and it's in a tree fern mix. I water her through. I ain't got nothing to say. The plant don't be stressing me out. She's got a little something on one of the oldest leaves. That's fine. It is what it is. Newest leaf is looking cute. It's looking cute. I mean, the vein is bright in all of them, so I don't really think anything of that. I just don't know. I just need one leaf that's gonna do just a little bit. Just get a little bit longer. I do think that having up-potted it will help. I'm wondering if I still didn't pot it deep enough, but my thing is I just didn't know how that was gonna work with the size of the root ball. Do you get what I'm saying? With how the leaves would be hanging off the top. So I didn't do that, but I do think I might put a little moss at the top, a little mossiana, you know, do a little something like that at the top and see what that does for the people, you know? I'm gonna see what that does for the people. But yeah, this is what she's doing. We've got nothing else to say. I've already put her in a bigger pot. She is fertilized regularly. There's really not much else to say, but she's cool. She's cool. I still have dreams of getting a nice long leaf. I see people with the long leaves. I started small. You know, do I have regrets of starting small? Maybe I do. Like a little too small. I think I started a little too small. Like I think I should have started with this, but instead I started with something smaller than this. That's crazy. You know, like why did I do that? But look, technically from where I got her, she has made jumps. She's made leaps and bounds. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I do think the next few leaves are gonna do something incredible for me. But here is my Pallidiflorum. Okay, so after I did the Pallidiflorums and all them things, let me show you what I got next. Dang, it's bright. Oh my God. All right, this one is wet. So, ooh, she a little wet. I need to pull her to the side, like over here. Here we go. I'm gonna pull her over here. So this is my Forgetii hybrid. It was sold to me as a seed-grown Forgetii. We're all looking at the plant. We all see a sinus. Shout out to the person in the comments that helped me out and said, baby, it might be a hybrid. You're absolutely right. Because why would they sell this to me as a Forgetii? Maybe it is a seed-grown Forgetii, but why would it have a sinus? Why? Maybe that's a recessive trait. I have not looked into those things. I know nothing. That said, this leaf that you could see that's right here is the last leaf I got on it. And now she putting out a baby over here. And then if we move the baby, we're gonna bring it closer. Oh, Jesus, we dripping everywhere. Right here, see that, y'all? Oh, Jesus. That leaf right here is an offset. That's one of the newest leaves. That's the newest leaf on an offset. Or is it the offset leaf? Yeah, it's the one that started the show. Yeah, it's the one that started the show. I do like her. She is cute. I really like the brightness of the veins there. I really do like this plant, regardless of if it's not a forgetti-eye for real or not. I would actually like a forgetti-eye for real with the no ears, because that would be very, very cute. But you know, that's not what I ended up getting in this plant. That said, I have put this plant into a giant pot. Now, it was in a different pot the last time I showed her, but it ended up taking over the whole thing. And again, like the roots on this joint, that's something that I need to understand with the Anthurium. The roots grow, like the root size for the plant be really crazy. Like the roots are really, really taking off on this plant. It's a bit much, you know, but what can we do? You know, I have two inflows. This one, I probably should just chop it off. This one right here, I did take the pollen off of it. It is obviously dying. I could just chop it off. I think that's probably the most reasonable thing for me to do, is to just chop it off. But this one, I want to let it do its thing again. I was wondering about whether or not I should, with like the inflow of this one, if I should collect the pollen or not. I think I might collect the pollen from this inflow. My dream world would just be for it to produce the next one and have the next one being receptive while this one is in pollen, so I could just rub them together. It did take a while for this inflow to get sticky before going to pollen. The transition from sticky to pollen wasn't as long as the transition from what it looks like now to like being completely receptive. I do want to try out like some kind of hybridizing or something with this specific plant. So yeah, I'm grateful for her because she still does put out inflows easy. She also came to me as a rather mature babe. And this leaf, even with its little deformity, is doing all right, man. It's doing all right, you know, and I'm starting to get the hang of things with this one. I do think it likes to be consistently moist. I'm seeing the roots doing best in consistent moisture, which is also why I put it in the much bigger pot, so I could water it once a week versus twice a week. Next up is my Anthurium Doriaki. This one, she's slow growing, even like at this size. So I got a new leaf when I first got the plant. So this leaf was actually emerging when I initially got the plant. And this is as big as it got. There aren't real like size jumps between the leaves here, which is like, okay. And then this is now putting out like a little leaf at the centerpiece here. So I'm hoping this leaf ends up being just a touch bigger. I would love to know a little bit more about the size jumps. I also see an offset leaf being put out down at the bottom. Let me come and show y'all. Oh. So you see, that's a new leaf that's coming out. I think it activated some kind of growth bud down there. I don't know what the tea is with that, but it's happening. There's a yellowing leaf that I am just taking it off. I just can't do the yellow, so I took that off. The roots are also looking pretty good. There's some growing out the holes at the bottom, which is kind of annoying because why are you doing all that when you're not even taking over in here? Yeah, I don't have much to say about this one because not much has happened. Even with the root growth compared to the Forgetti-Eye hybrid, that one has really done its biggest one. That one has been nonstop, you know? Whereas this one, I don't find that its roots are like taking over as much. I don't know if I'm over or under watering it. I'm really not sure. I mean, it's not like anything is like crisping off. It's also growing in ambient conditions. So I will say the first few that all of these that I'm showing you right now, inclusive of the next one too. Yeah, the next two will all have been, they're growing in ambient. So I'll actually like distinguish between the ones that are growing in like greenhouse cabinets. But they're not really cabinets, it's really just acre bars. But maybe that could be what it is that it's growing in ambient, so it's a bit slower to do stuff. I actually remember when I first saw this, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know it would be so glittery. I think that I got this because I wanted to see if I would really like this kind of look in an Anthurium for real. And I'm not sure, like, I'm not actually sure that I do. I don't even think it's that I like really, that it has to be very dark, because I don't think that's the case. I think I do like dark leaves on Anthuriums, but they don't all have to be dark. I think it's just that there's no, like, the silvery on the dorayaki is so much. And I think when I see the more mature forms, they do tend to have a little bit more balance between the green and the silver. I like it, but I just want to see what it looks like a little bit bigger. And yeah, the leaf upsize just did not take place, and I just don't understand that. So we'll see how she continues to do. If y'all have any advice on that, let me know. I do regularly feed her and all that good stuff. And it does look like she's in Cataphil at this point too, which is also wild, because I'm like, girl, you're so small. But it looks like that's what she's in, because the leaf didn't emerge from the previous leaf. It's like got a little growth point and it's just bursting through. So we'll see. Okay, so next up is, oh my God, that's a good one. Y'all can't even tell me. Y'all cannot tell me anything. This is a nice plant. This is my Clarinervium. This is my Clary. They had me scared. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I get a little nervous when I start seeing people say that the care for this is a little complicated, it's a little different. Honestly, I saw people saying treat the damn plant like a succulent. I will never treat plant, like, maybe I'm not good with succulents, so I don't know what that means, but I treat this like a monstera basically, you know? So it does have a wet dry cycle, not like my Forgetti-Eye hybrid. I'm pulling it out the cover pot because I actually put it into this cute look. Come on, tell me that's not. Hello? Yeah. I definitely will be taking a trip. That might be what I want to do for my birthday. Take a trip to the IKEA. Forget buying plants and getting new cover pots, because while the clear pot thing is cute, you see, but then it gets complicated actually. See, let me take a quick break from before I show you how to plant. Isn't that the complicated part about plant ownership though? If you like cover pots, which I do like them, if you like cover pots, your plants will outgrow that scenario. So then what? Do you know what I'm saying? So then what? But for now, she in this nice little cover pot. I really like this pot right here. Now, look at my girl. Look at this. Is the leaf that was emerging before. She is now fully darkened off. Y'all can't tell me anything, bro. Y'all can't. What exactly are you gonna tell me? Sorry, what? No, you can't tell me anything. This plant is so chill and easygoing too, and it's not doing that thing that the rest of them are doing on the newer leaves with the yellow. Woo, it's not doing that. So I really like that for me. It's one that I find is doing well in my current environment. I do see that, you know, she's getting ready to do something else. This leaf emerged not from a petiole, and I see a little growth tip thing in there. I'm just so thrilled because she's not particularly dark. Like, even as I'm looking at her, let me pull her into a light where I could see. She's not like dark, but she's got the nice kind of green I like, you know. What they be saying? Oh, hear me out. Sub-velvet, because it's velvety, but not really. You know what I'm saying? It's very thick. It's very thick. The rest of the velvety ones have like a more softness to it, but this doesn't necessarily have as soft of leaves. She is just so freaking pretty, and I like that her ears are like clearly separate, and like the little, oh my gosh, she is a beautiful one. I really like her, and I truly will say I treat her like a monstera. Her roots kind of give monstera roots, you know, very thick, very thick. Look at my girl. She's very heavily rooted in here, and what more can we even say? What more can we even say? She's so freaking cute. And the new place that I put her, I'm just able to look at her and say, beautiful, so beautiful. Oh, you know what the Anthurium the Anthurium girls convinced me to get, and I'm gonna actually include that in the next video, a light meter. And I'm not gonna hold you, it is a game changer. when you collect it at the level that, you know what I'm saying, when you have this many plants, like it is a game changer to determine which plant should go where based off of the light requirements of each. While I do like to aesthetically put them together, it is cool to group them based off of light requirements too. But also it helps me to know whether or not the grow lights are great or not. And transparently, keeping a beam with you, I do think that some of the expensive grow lights, it's not necessary, because I'm getting very good light readings from my very inexpensive grow lights. So that's, just want to say that, but just wanted to name that. But anywho, next Anthurium. I am in love and in hate with my Anthurium crystallinum. I love her and I hate her. So look, y'all were trying to tell me, because look, see, I gotta tilt her up for y'all to see the leaf. Y'all tried to tell me she just grow funny. She was ducking from the light. I knew I wasn't bugging out, you know? She was ducking. Like, look at her. Look at her. Bro, I'm holding the pot straight just so y'all can see. She literally said, I can't take any more. Yup. So I recently, and when I say recently, I mean today, I moved her somewhere where the light is not blasting at her so hard, because it's clear to me that she's not, she doesn't need that. She doesn't need that, nor does she want it. This leaf is beautiful despite its minor cosmetic damages. That is okay. She's still pretty. This one is so soft. It's also trying to put out a new leaf. Hear me out. Why is it doing this? I never seen stuckness like this before. Y'all be talking about philodendron stuck leaves. And like, what do we even, how do I even help you? How you busting out the seam at the bottom there? I don't even know if I'm minding my business, because you know what, with Anthurium, it's very different than philodendron. I feel like philodendron grow pretty quickly. So when you snap the stuck leaf, I don't be waiting that long for you to come back around. Do your next thing. Do what you gotta do. But this, I'm not even gonna play around with you. But like, imagine if the plant would actually just let its leaf stay up versus down. Because when I hold it straight forward, she is literally hiding. Why is she not like this? Why is she like that? She's not like this. She's like that. When I'm looking at the plant straight on, if you're looking at the plant straight on, she is literally hiding herself. She is literally hiding herself. Y'all, I don't know. Now, the roots on this one, you know what? For a moment, I had said, are these roots rotting? They're not. Let me show you the roots. Y'all gonna tell me they rotting. Watch. Wait, okay, stop. Let me zoom in. So you see there's like greeny roots in there. Nothing is deflated looking. It's all good. They're not in like the most excess. I'm not gonna lie and say they are, right? But you see these roots is fine. They fine, they good. Now the leaf jump was also pretty good though for this leaf. Coming from this leaf, hold on. Not me struggling to hold them, but it is a good size jump. It did size up a lot actually, right? I just wanna know, why are you ducking like this? So that also, the light meter thing, I did look at how much light. It was getting a lot more light when it started ducking. So I moved it so it's a little bit further away. I think right now it's in an area where it's getting like 3,000 lux or something like that. When I read it, 3,000 lux. I didn't switch to foot candles because, look, I don't know. I just put it into Google and see what's good, what's bad. If y'all have a clue, let me know. I'm pretty sure this happened right here. These minor cosmetic damages happened because I didn't know that this also needs to be cut consistently moist. I don't think that these want to hit the dry for real. They would like to remain consistently moist, maybe not soggy. I am gonna just let this one root out a little bit more. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. When I start seeing a bunch of chunky roots around the pot, I'm gonna put her up in a bigger pot too and see if that do something for the girl. Okay. So those are all my oh my gosh, y'all, I keep forgetting. At this point, do I know my own collection? Because even in the last Anthurium collection video I did, I completely missed out on the Villanorum. I completely forgot her. And I'm sitting here staring, I could see her. She's literally right over there. So what I'm gonna do is grab her, and then that will be my last ambient condition Anthurium. All right, the next one I got. You know that Bernie Sanders meme? That's how I feel. I am once again asking because love the size jump. Really love it. But y'all can see where she's gonna go to. We can all see what's happening with her. We can see it. Let me actually look, because next thing you know, people gonna tell me about pests and I'm gonna be pissed off. But you know, tell me whatever you gotta tell me at this point. I don't see nothing on it, but yeah. This is the leaf. She is beautiful. She is beautiful. She's beautiful. And let me get y'all up on the size jump. That's what she was doing before. This is the one she was doing before. And this is where she's at. Just finishing hardening off, right? Like she still ain't even fade her full color yet. She ain't even pull on all her, you know what I mean? And she does have another new one under here from, I guess, an offset. But check out the back. Look at the material. I will say, I feel like a lot of this yellowing is me. Because the way that I forgot the plant in the video is the way I forget the plant regularly. I did a dumb thing. It used to be in a different, like, it was next to the other plants that I got in the same purchase in a different, like, acrobar. But I decided to take this one out and put it somewhere else. And I was like, oh, they say that this doesn't need a lot of light. It could be in low light. So I put it somewhere that I don't normally check. So I had to move it from there because when I came back to it, I think the damage was done, you know? And I saw it was putting out a new leaf. So I put it somewhere that I actually do normally see. And since then, I've been giving it better care. I really also want to say, I really am feeling this new leaf right here. I'm really feeling it. And I love to see a size jump. My only thing is, what do we do about all this? And also, what's going on? Maybe do you think it's because I was inconsistent with the moisture and then I was consistent? Even right now, I can tell, I'm also worried that maybe the roots are starting to get a little bit rotty. So this is one that's kind of concerning a little bit, right? So you can see like a root looking like that here, but then there's also overwhelmingly healthy roots in here. And again, I'm once again coming to y'all to ask. So y'all let me know. There's no like dead roots here, but there are other like healthy roots. It's just this right here is making me wonder, like, is it rot? Is something happening? But I know I forgot to water it twice, 2 different times. So this new leaf coming out got a little damage, likely from me forgetting to water it. And then there are these like old yellowing ones. Normally I'm a person that cuts them all off, but because that would leave me with literally 2 leaves, I'm gonna chill a little bit. I'm gonna chill just a real little bit. Actually, that's probably not even true. Let me not even lie to y'all. Let me pull out my, got some scissors right here. I'm gonna take off the lower ones. See, that looks so much better, taking off them 2 that was doing a bright yellow. This is a little messed up, but again, I'm telling you, I swear it's my fault. I forgot to water it, but the jump is still crazy. Like, we went from here to here. This is a lovely, lovely plant. And honestly, I need to give her way more than I'm giving her. I need to care for her better. I need to love her more. Why? I let her dry out. I forgot about her a couple times. I forgot to even mention her in my other Anthurium video. And she still said, I'll pop out and do a little something for you. So I gotta love her more. But I'm once again coming to you. I'm once again asking, what is up with the anther? Like, is this, do I need to take it out and check out the roots and see what's up? I don't know, because I also don't want to disrupt you. Like, look how you doing good things for your girl. And the everything is so stacked. This is just, I like this plant. I really do. I really do. Okay, so that last one, that's the end of all the ambient growers. All the Anthurium eventually will be ambient growers. A part of some of them not being an ambient has nothing to do with me not wanting to grow them in ambient, because actually my Magnificum, I do intend to bring her out into ambient the minute this last leaf stops emerging. The minute it stops expanding, I'm taking it out because I do think it's big enough to do so. I actually really only want to keep like the greenhousey conditions for plants that need it. Essentially, all of my larger Anthurium, eventually they're going to come out, the ones that are getting bigger. But yeah, let me go ahead and show y'all the little ones that I got from Phyto Rot, and then I'm gonna go through the ones that y'all have already seen. Okay, so I got me another microgreen, and that's really crazy. So I have an Anthurium silver blush crossed with a red crystal. Did this leaf melt like a piece of, it sure did. This is another microgreens, but this is much bigger than the initial microgreens that I got. In fact, it's big enough that I can see traits in it. And in fact, if you look, you can kind of see the like the veiny down the midrib, what do you call it? Down that centerpiece, you can see a little bit of red in the vein, which is exciting because it's supposed to be crossed with red crystal. So love to see that. I got this as a part of a new beginner Anthuriums bundle that Fido Rod does, Pow and Josh. So that's all I got. You know, I just got it. I don't got nothing else to say. It's still in this thing. And actually, as I'm looking, I need some water. So let me actually go grab my little squeegee squirt. I'm gonna give her something to drink. All right, I just gave her a little drinky drink so you can see she dark. She moistened. But yeah, I got this one as a part of the bundle. I'm excited about it. Yo, my hand, it's literally not shaking. I don't know. My hand be shaking, but I don't know if it's my hand or if it's the leaf, or because I'm looking at my hand don't look like it's shaking. But that said, I got this one. I do want to just make y'all see. Why I keep showing it to y'all? I don't know. I really like this situation. I don't know why she is fighting for her life to look at me, but yeah, I really like what this is gonna look like. It does look similar, I think, so far-ish, probably because of the silver blush, which is similar to like, has the similar like brightness of the veination and all that of a dorayaki. So it's giving something similar-esque to my dorayaki forgetti eye. But yeah, anyway, I just moistened this one up and this one looks cute. Prayers up, y'all, because these little small ones, they could be a little scary sometimes. Okay, now these two next coming that I'm gonna show you are the reasons that I really wanted to go for this this here bundle. Now, this next one is yo, when I say complex hybrid, that's what they be saying. It's a complex hybrid. It's an Anthurium papillamum crossed with magnificum. That's parent one. That's crossed with a, oh no. Let me tell y'all, it's two hybrids crossed with each other. The first hybrid, I guess that's the mother. The mother is a papillamum crossed with a magnificum that was then crossed with a BVEP. Yeah, and BVEP is Antalaki. Shout out to them. They was holding it down, teaching me things on the live. And then this is crossed with a Carla Blackie crossed with a BVEP. So BVEP is strong in the parentage. I don't know what it's gonna look like because you see these first two leaves is giving microgreens. This one is not fully hardened, or it kind of is, but it's trying. It's not fully established. And it's kind of yellow. It is kind of yellow. I do think I will take this out of this pot soon just to see what the roots are looking like. And pot her into substrate, I know, into a clear pot. I might do the same with, actually, not even might. Let me not even sit here and cap. I'm gonna pot these into vessels that work for me. So into my little clear plastic cups, right? So these are small, so I believe that they'll do well, but also I don't know if I'm gonna be comfortable with watering it and taking care of it inside of this black container. I will keep these just in case, but I just know that for me, I will get stressed and overwhelmed. I love the length and the height of the container, but until I'm there, I need to see what's going on with the rooty roots. So that said, this is complex Anthurium hybrid. And I wanted it because all of the parents seem to be dark, but this one, obviously it's still little. There's also no veination, so I think it really is gonna take after the BVEP thing where like the veins are muted. And then the final one I got is an AOS Carla crossed with Papillamum T1. That's just their parent plant. I did ask what is T1, and y'all might know in the chat, and that's great. But here she is. I want to show y'all this older leaf because this gives me hope. And then this one, it looks like the veination is coming out a little bit. Yep, she's cute. All those fuzzies that you see are not pests. That's from the what do you call that? That's from the polyfill. But yeah, it's really cute. I am definitely going to move this one over. I am. And this one is also still moist, so everything is fine. Both of the other two were still moist. I think it was just the small one that was dried out. I have nothing else to say really for these two so far, but I love the darkness of this leaf. I think it actually is picking up pretty well on camera, the darkness, because it's not like pitch black midnight, but it's a nice dark green. So excited for this one to fade. And it does look like the size jump is good so far on the plant. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That said, now I'm going to go ahead and show y'all some other very exciting, thrilling updates. I'm really thrilled. Everything that I'm about to show you, the next 4 plants I'm about to show you, let me not even say everything. The next 4 I'm about to show you, baby, you love to see. They're going to make appearances in multiple videos moving forward because, wow, gotta love them. Anyway, let me go grab them. Let's start off with my Magnificum crossed with my Magnificum X, you know? Open pollinated, whatever. No ID. Mag X, no ID. Whatever, bro. We gonna grab her up. Here is my Magnificum X, no ID. Y'all remember the leaf that I came out and I said, oh my God, she's doing the thing. It's gonna have holes. Oh my God. This is what it expanded into. Now, y'all, let me get y'all up on the cosmetic damage. Okay? But let me back up. It's no holes. They got a little scuff, a little scratch. But do y'all see her? Do y'all see her? Do you see this one though? Yeah, that's the leaf that I was talking about was gonna expand a month ago. Here she is. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ha! There's another one. Another one. And I've been doing much better with this leaf. You know why? Because I've been keeping her moist. Even right now, I say, you know what, after this? I'm gonna give you some water. I'm gonna let you get a little drink because you need that. You need that. This plant is really, really wow. She's so cute and she's so pillowy and she just be growing. Her offset doing her thing. And check me out, check me out, check me out, check me out. Even while she just put that other leaf out I just showed you, here she is preparing for liftoff yet again. It's everything I really want in a plant in terms of Anthurium. I want you to grow. Size jump is great. So this one, the last leaf before the leaf, this first leaf here was actually this leaf. So that's a good size jump and nice. I like the veins are very, I don't even want to say they're clean because they're not. They do kind of bleed out a little bit, right? But the veins are, they're bright. They're bright. There we go. They're bright veins. But they're not like OD. And the leaf might be very green, but it's not OD green. Like it's like a nice green. And it's very, very like velvety, smooth, pillowy, plushy. It gives plushy. Like you could make a plushie of this. I would love that plushie. I would love it with everything in me. I would treat it well. I would treat it kindly. It would be front and center on my bed. Do you feel me? So yeah, like even though she got a little cosmetic damage, she allowed me to learn. And now this one is coming out, is doing this big one. And she's all right. The kids are all right, y'all. Oh my God. Fantastic. Fantastic. Y'all can't tell me it's not fantastic. Yeah. I'm gonna keep talking about the Anthurium because at this point, Hoyas, Anthurium, Philodendron, Begonias. That's it. I know there's other plants in my collection that are not those, but right now, those are really my girls. Those are my girls. They check every box. But look at this Anthurium. That's nice. All right. Next, I gotta talk to you about my OG microgreens. I'm gonna keep showing this plant as it develops because I do think it's important for y'all to see the development. Remember, please bear in mind, these were the leaves. No, I've gotten 2. So this and this leaf right here, the biggest one, and then the second biggest, which is this, grew in my care. But please note, the rest of those little itty bitty tiny little baby leaves that look like microgreen leaves, that's what I got this with. And she's swelling up at the base to put out another leaf, bro. You can't even make this stuff up. I almost cursed. Look at this. Look at this. She's really gonna do the little forgetty eye cross with dorayaki vibe. I'm so excited. Like, she's really cute. She's really, really cute, bro. You can't even, come on. Come on. And she's starting to show me the little venation. She's starting to give the dorayaki features. I do wonder if she will close her sinus. At this current juncture, it seems like she's going to keep her sinus. She's gonna have ears, and that's all right. She's very, very cute. I really love to see this. Like, I'm just so thrilled. And the jump in leaf, again, It's fantastic. Still at this point though, I do not see any, none of the little roots have made it to the outside. They haven't made their way out here yet. I don't think there's any problem with that as of current, because it's not dying, it's growing. And I mean, this is a nice jump considering what those microgreens look like behind it. And these two leaves, even the jump from the leaf before, it's all very great. And this leaf is, come on. I had to show y'all. I'm so excited about this. I cannot actually wait for it to continue to grow. It's also so exciting because the leaf looks different. It's looking more and more different and getting more and more features. It's like watching a baby grow, bro. I love to see it. I love to see it. I'm so excited. And I just, shout out the microgreens. It's still small, but can you imagine what it's gonna look like a year from now? Wow. Okay, so this is the no ID, oh Jesus, that I had got, right? This no ID came with these like 2 leaves and it had no roots. Let's just get up on the roots. Well, it had a little bit of root, just not a lot, right? The roots have taken over. Roots have taken over. Love to see that. I actually will up pot this plant soon. I'm being lazy, which is why I'm not doing it today. Then it came with a leaf that had like, it was putting out a new leaf, but then it rotted off. So this is the new leaf that it gave me since I've had it. Okay, let's get up on it. There's a bit of damage, a little bit of scuffing. I think a lot of this is mechanical damage and me handling the leaf a lot damage, because I really like this leaf. I really love this leaf right here. Like, this is actually very stunning. Look how shimmery she is. Get up on her shimmers. Get up on her shimmers. She's so cute. I love to see her. And she's also putting out a new leaf. She's still emerging from petiole, obviously, because, I mean, it rotted. Just give it some time. But yeah, she's putting out a new leaf, and that is very thrilling, very exciting. But I'm just so excited because it came with a freaking petiole that was rotting off. It still gave me a new baby, right? She is very, very cute. And she didn't also take it all the way down to the top with a really small leaf, which we really love considering that she had to, you know, figure her life out. And also, I think that her veins are also much thicker in this newest leaf compared to the older one previously. And it's also getting more rounded versus like roughly in the sides. I love her. No notes, 0 things to say. Fantastic. And it might not be a chores video. It might be a chores video. Who knows? But she's going to get a bigger pot eventually. So this plant here, this is my crystallinum crossed with papillolaminum. I showed this leaf, this one, and said, look at the new leaf. Oh my God, so pretty. Look at her. But I never showed y'all how she finished off. Look how dark she got, y'all. She got so, wait, hold on. She got so dark, and she still maintained her little beauty mark. Her little beauty spot is still there. It's very much so still there. And she's getting dark, as papillolaminums do. We love to see that. Look at the leaf jump. This is the last leaf. This is the newest leaf is putting out. Hello? And she's going through, you know, whatever the Anthuriums go through. I think because I was away, it dried a touch. The little dotting that you see isn't actually, I don't know what that is actually. Let me actually not even sit here and tell you I know what it is. But I had another leaf that had that, and then when it was just happening during the color change that they go through, like when they go from that orangey and fading into the green. But do you see that? And look at the veining that's coming off. I feel like it's finally starting to show true characteristics, and it looks like even though it was crossed with a crystallinum, so far the veins are still staying like here, like they're not branching off. So we'll see with the next leaf, but yo, baby, that's really nice. That's very nice. And I'm telling you, this is my little first, oh my God, my first little baby Anthurium. And look how she doing. She's doing okay. She's cute, bro. She's cute. I understand why the people be so proud. I look at her every single day because this, I can't even believe that. I was shocked when I saw this one. This is gonna fade into this color. Bro. This is real nice. This is real nice. And it's also swelling up at the base again. This one too, swelling up. Because literally before this one could even get fully dark, this leaf was emerging. And I wish I had, maybe I could find a picture. This was so red when it first was coming out. I just, ooh, oh, so nice. I'm just so excited by this leaf. Like the color that it's at right now is definitely a combination between the red and the green. It's transitioning over, but the veining on it, I really love that because it so far seems like it's gonna have more of like the crystallinum shape, but with like the papillolaminum veining, which is more like clean and sharp, less like spready outy kind of thing. But we'll see. This is so cute. I love it. I love it so much. So the next one I have to talk about is the papillolaminum crossed with the luxurians. Bro, look at this plant. That's the newest leaf right there. Look at everything else. Every single other one is in shambles. I up-potted it into a much bigger pot. I am holding it right now and it does feel light, so I will give it another drink. I do know that a lot of people are doing the whole like keeping them in reservoirs thing with the leca layer on the bottom and all that. I understand what that be about, but I don't have like enough of I don't have any like saucers that are big enough. I am thinking to order like plant saucers, but also a thing that's deterring me is I don't want standing water because of mosquitoes, fungus gnats, etc. I don't want that. I know that that's not what people are experiencing, but if there's even a possibility, I'd like to avoid it. It's already hard enough when you got to keep certain things moist all the time. I don't really know what to do with that. So I did pot this up into here recently. I'm not seeing the roots coming out. I am going to give her a bit more water. This leaf, it was stunting on its own before I even repotted it, which is why I decided to put it into a bigger pot, because I said something is not working out for it. It was heavily rooted in the last one. It did have very healthy, beautiful roots. So my thing that I was thinking is it's likely a watering thing and not a light thing, because yeah, I don't think it was in too bright of light. And I also do know that maybe it just needs more consistent access to moisture. And this also feels light already considering it's in a big pot. So I don't know. This is the only one that's looking absolutely devastating all across the board. Like new leaf, trash. Old leaves, trash. I don't know. And I just want it, like I want it to get its life together. I just don't know how to help it do that. I really don't. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all plants that I got from a shop on Palm Street. Now I understand why the girls of the world don't be saying their name. That's exactly how I'm gonna move with them. Got them from a shop on Palm Street. A shop on Palm Street that also sells on Etsy. Fill in the blanks. A lot has been going on with them I've seen in the past, and I'm just kind of like, what's up with y'all? But moving that, neither being here nor there, let's start off with the crystal mags. I actually got this. They were both in the same pot or in the same plug when I got it, but I separated it just for the sake of separating it. And this one, which was actually the smaller one, was putting out a new leaf, and the leaf expanded pretty well. I didn't think it was gonna, all right, y'all, chill out. I didn't think it was gonna expand the way that it did, considering I repotted. I thought it was gonna get stunted, but it still is on track to, and is actually already surpassing the previous leaf, which is really great because it's still kind of soft. But I'm excited about that. And here's the other crystal mag. My hope is that these mature at a similar level. They are both rooting into the substrate. This feels light, so I'm gonna make sure I water. I think everything in here is probably gonna need water. Probably just gonna water all of them, but my hope is gonna be to be able to like start doing things where like I cross the two of them together. I don't think that's gonna yield like a very different looking offspring for real, because it's two crystal mags, etc. But it would allow me to like practice like Anthurium hybridizing, and then also like I feel like there's always not a need like in terms of you're gonna make hella bread, but like there's always someone that probably would want to buy a whole bunch of seedlings if I don't actually want to keep all of those seedlings, because I won't. But it will be fun for me to practice, which is why I'm actually gonna keep both of them. I think I initially said, oh, I might give one away. No, I'm gonna keep both of them. Hopefully they both mature on and start flowering at the same time so that I can eventually start to cross them together and let them do their thing and practice in that regard. But let me show you the rooty roots on this one. I literally got these plants maybe 2 weeks ago, coming up on 3 weeks ago, and they're rooting in here nicely. Like, look at those. That's nice. Even coming out the pot, which I don't really like because I know when I take it out, it's gonna rip, but that's okay. And then this one is also rooting very nicely into the pot, period. So when I saw these literally a week and a half ago, we were not seeing roots all throughout, but we are now. And this new leaf is emerging pretty well. And they're both actually, why would I lie like that and say they both are? This one is actually working on a new leaf. This one here is working on a new leaf. You could kind of see it's trying to emerge from the petiole in there. So we love to see that. And I think right now, do they look very much so the same? Yeah, they do, because they're the same plant. I like the way that this one is getting itself together here though. Very cute. The next one that I have from that same order is the Luxurians cross with the crystallinum dark form. This Luxurians hybrids might not be my thing. Now, there are two of these, it seems, in the same pot, or one like an offset-y kind of situation. I don't know. But these are two of the two. Why am I stuttering like that? These are the two newest leaves. Come on, focus. And you can see they're already doing the yellowing thing. But let me tell you what I'm realizing. This one, it's not completely dry, but it's not completely moist. So I'm thinking actually this one and the other Lux hybrid, I'm thinking I might actually need to put them in a saucer. I might need to just get me like some kind of cup or something and keep those two consistently accessing moisture and see if that changes something up. If y'all know anything about the Luxurian hybrids, please do let me know, because this right here is a hell no for me. Like, I don't know why. Not the plant is nice, but like you can see it's yellowing. Tips are starting to get bright and yellowy. Like, what is all that about? What is the meaning of this? And I'm not seeing any roots. I don't want to disturb it for real. I don't want to disturb it for real. But I'm not seeing any roots coming out the side. I don't think it had really like a whole lot of roots, and that's probably why I put it in here. But I'm gonna water it again and, you know, try to maybe focus on keeping this one and the other one consistently moist. So probably every third or fourth day. We'll see, man. We'll see. But like, y'all see how it's yellowing? And I really do like the belateness of the leaf. Like, look at them older ones. That is very cute. I really want that in my life. Why can't I have what I want without it going yellow? Because that's very nice. The next one I got to talk about is the Dark Phoenix crossed with a Magnificum. And it's actually putting out a new leaf, so that's really exciting. Here's the new leaf coming out down there. This is what it's looking like. As I look around here, I do see that new rootages are happening here. You can see roots pushing around. I love that for me. I'm starting to feel lightheaded. What's going on? I think that's because I only ate once. I need to eat. Anyway, let me hurry up and finish this so I can go eat some food. Nom, nom, nom. But yeah, this is the Dark Phoenix crossed with the Magnificum. And I have no notes, nothing to say, but it is putting out a new leaf. And already the new leaf, like if you know anything about the Anthuriums, the size is giving me hope, because I know they expand. They get bigger and bigger and bigger. It does need water though. I think all of these need water actually. I'm gonna have to make sure I get on that. I am going to actually water all of these that were in there with CalMag as well. Only because it seems like so far a lot of them are either they have new leaves or they're working on new leaves. So we'll see. But this one is cute, man. She's cute. I think that obviously if we're looking, the Magnificum is showing up heavily in terms of like the veining and like the it's like bright but also contained but also bleedy, if that makes sense. Like it's not sharp. So that is showing up. And I think the length of the leaf might be coming from the Dark Phoenix. It's not quite like pitch black, very dark, but it is obviously darker than the other mag hybrid that I have, so we'll see. Here is my Hoffmanii crossed with the Papillolaminum red sinus. We are Houston, we have a problem. This is the oldest leaf. We are getting some yellowing. The damage you see on this one, I messed this leaf up and put a hole in it. Oh my God, you could see through the hole, bro. I put a hole in it and messed it up when I took it out to show it to y'all. Yep, I messed it up. So that's where we are. The petiole isn't fully swollen yet, so I don't think it's gonna put out a new leaf like right now, but maybe in like the next couple weeks, next week or so. It is like, you can see like the top, I don't know how to explain it. There's like a little fullness that starts to happen, or the color starts to change a little bit. That's happening, but this is what she's looking like. I do appreciate that the red sinus is maintained. I do think she needs water, but oh my gosh, wait, chill. She was rooting. All right, so there's roots here. And then, of course, you can see roots doing a thing. Oh, the roots are doing a thing. Okay, wait. There we go. Chill. That's nice. I'm excited about that. There are roots doing their thing in here. Okay, period. And then you can also see up here, the roots do look like they're like searching to go downward. And because it's in a cabinet, it's gonna be able to do its thing. It's gonna be able to do its thing. So here is my Hoffmanii crossed with the red gunsel. This leaf is very nice. I am realizing I do like the little rounded leaves of the Anthurium, the chubby ones, just very round and cute. I love it. So this plant is very cute. It doesn't have the redness that I thought it was gonna have, but that's okay. It is putting out a new leaf. Here we are. I have no notes, but it's still moist. Is it? Yeah, it's still moist, so it doesn't seem like it sucks up water as fast. I did pot it up into a much larger pot. It's putting out a new leaf and not like dying, so I'm assuming everything's fine. I can see roots from the top like finding their way down. So I do think that maybe it is rooted, but it's just not, it didn't make it all the way, you know what I'm saying, to the sides yet. It is also still moist, so this is the only one, and I didn't water anything else. I didn't water any of these actually from inside of there, so I'm assuming she's good, she's cool, she's beauty, she's grace. It's probably because of the pot size and it being in the enclosure, but it's doing okay so far. Of course, there's a little bit of yellowing on the tips, but we'll really see. For now, she's doing okay. I'm hoping that as she gets bigger, like the sides here push out a little bit more. There's like a sharp point at the bottom that I don't necessarily care for, but I mean, what I'm gonna do? If that's how it is, that's how it is. But I love like how rounded it is here. Also, I would like to get like the plant that they're calling red gunsel. That plant looks so cute to me. Very cute, very cute. And finally, we have the seed grown Fort Sherman. Let me look. All right, I just knew that this was gonna give me something that I could feel and see. So there are roots. There are roots. Houston, we have roots. This little thing right here, y'all see? That is the root. That's a root tip right there. I've seen some other roots growing. See it here. That is always what I'm waiting for. Once I start seeing that, I feel fine. Also, it's exploding to give me a new leaf. And the leaf that I got with the plant, like when the plant came, it's finally stood back up and it's darkening. She getting dark in here. Chill. Chill, look at that. That's nice. Because remember, y'all, this is the baby leaf. What's the leaf that came before it? It was a little messed up. This is the one that came before it, which means it's also doing well size jump wise. That's very cute. And she's pregnant. She's putting out a baby. I'm very excited about this one. This one is so freaking beautiful. So freaking beautiful. And my plan with all of these ones that I just showed, the sun is really going, so you can see I'm getting lit from one side, not from the other. But my plan with all of these ones that I just showed y'all is, because they're all inside of this little greenhouse enclosure, I know that once they all get bigger, I do want to move the ones that I feel like need more time to establish into, like they need more time in an enclosure. I'm going to move them into the bigger acre bar. And then the ones that I don't think need more time, I'm just gonna bring them out. I'm gonna just bring them outside. They're just gonna come to the outside world and everything will be fine. Honestly, truly, really, genuinely. What else can we do? And I'm gonna keep holding this plant. With that being said, I just really had to show that this plant is real. It's real nice. I am most excited for this one, particularly because I don't think any of the other ones look like it, right? And this will be the only like pat for real that I have that's not crossed with something else. So I'm excited to see how she continues to develop and grow, and I'm excited to see what the ears look like. I'm very happy that this is also fading. I think this is going to be really dark because right now it still has orange reddy in it, a reddish color in it, and I don't think it's going to be just quite as like green. Like this one, it's dark but it's very green. I think it's going to keep getting darker as it gets bigger. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited, y'all. I am, and I'm glad that she's giving birth to another baby. All right, y'all, with that being said, this video ended up being so much longer than I had ever planned for it to be. I am very happy that y'all stuck around, watched it with me, you know what I'm saying, hung out with your girl. Please stay tuned for the next video where I'm gonna tell y'all about my favorite plant supplies, why I like them, why I got them, and you know, all that good stuff. With all that being said, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.